Hey guys, Luna here, and welcome back to Friendsim 2. Last we left off, we've been making our way to Route 4, and we're near the end, from what I remember from our salvation route. We're just about to make a picture for our daughter. Right, cracking knuckles and seldom to get to work. Let's see here. Wonder what this is.
I don't think you should be touching that.
Shutting off files, correspondence.
If you keep that up, I might have to reconsider letting you off so easily. I don't think you should. That.
For you, information.
If you keep that up,
Do not touch.
that is.
Okay, fine. Backgrounds. Definitely decrease the size. Where is... So, I want to delete that. Clear the canvas. This needs to go over first. That over, decrease the size a couple times. There. See here. That there. And the over and decrease the size. There you go.
Really? That's what you're going to show me.
Andrea laughs.
Interesting.
She says in a way that suggests it's not in fact interesting.
Never mind. If you're done, then let me know so that we can save this atrocity.
Yeah, you're good.
Very well then. We only need to save this and...
You try and get a moment to thumb through the files on this machine, but to your chagrin, Andrea seems very, very interested in what you're doing. She really keyed on your own techniques, though she remains eagerly silent through the whole process. Before long, you're just done. You realize you're not getting the chance that you hoped for, and you don't think it makes any more sense at all. And admittedly, you've gone kind of sucked into the process yourself. Perhaps graphic design is kind of your passion. You turn around and wait for your assessment. Andrea seriously considers your work and waits for a few tense moments. Genuine full-body laughter wrecks her frame. You're a little more startled to see her lose composure. It's a minute before she finally strains, wiping tears from her 3 eyes.
It's too rich. It's just too much. What you've done here today. This mockery you've made of this entire farcical display. This truly represents Her Majesty's Empire.
You watch as Andrea takes out her palm husks. If you tap, something just seems to happen. You see the notification on your own device. She just posted it. Oh no, was that such a good idea?
Please, no one really gives a shit about these. I'll claim I was hacked if I must. Oh, that was the most fun I've had in...
She She remembered herself, recomposes slightly, wipes her eyes again, and makes a face of the
Ugh, look at me. I've ruined my eyeliner right before my close-up.
Without saying more, she gets up and moves across the room to the vanity. You hop down out of the computer chair and follow her on your low legs, while she seats herself on the fancy ottoman. Jared wipes her makeup off her eyes and starts reapplying it. Ugh, can't imagine trying to get the wings right on the 3 eyes every single day.
You're telling me.
You watch as she powders a cerulean along each lid, then dips to a small brush and into a pot of liquid eyeliner and carefully swipes into a new wing. It's such a mundane little thing, you almost relax before the guilt finds you. You will hate how little you actually sense danger from her in this moment. You're probably just being, well, you, as a sucker for friendship. Then again, who else are you going to be? You are you, and right now, thanks to that, there's only one bargaining chip you have to play. Plus, it's surprisingly easy to rationalize. Helping her might be the best way of helping serve her.
What are you thinking about now? How would someone like you help me?
You tell Audrey the truth. My way's out of the shop. Thinks you could still change for her.
You're not lying. You really believe that? Sometimes you're so stupid it makes me want to cry.
You're getting a little frustrated. What else is in her plan? Staying here forever? Keeping an alien friend hanging around for fun?
How foolish of me. You're correct, of course. I'll quit right after curing space tetanus and building an orphanage for dead wigglers.
Hardy har har.
When you're done laughing at my exceptional comedy, explain to me what you mean. I love hearing interminable nonsense from idiots.
Explain to Audrey that she should fight back. You can fight back. Stop letting the Empire run her life. If she hates it so much, do something. Do anything. There are plenty of other high-bloods in her situation, or worse, even worse, who have taken that risk. You know some of them. She's killed and hurt too many people to play victim now. No one's coming to save her, but if she makes the right choice, maybe she can save someone.
Quiet! You don't know what the Empire is capable of.
What about Adria Kame is capable, huh? Doesn't she want the slice bit of revenge? Where's her bloodthirst she's apparently so proud of?
Ha! Proud of it? I hate it. The show, and this stupid Empire. I can hardly get out of the soaper each night. If I could, I'd drain each of my superiors' hideous bodies into the gutter. And I hate feeling that way even more. I want to be the empty one.
If you're going to die, do it on your feet. It's not enough to just fantasize about vengeance. You have to take some kind of meaningful action. You're surprised such a coherent argument is made out of you, and with a little panic, you realize exactly you've had your little shouting match with someone with total psychic control over you, and she should take it. Instead, Andrea clumps down into her chair. Slightly sniffing comes from her lowered head. Oh geez, you almost wish you would go back to gloating and taunting over.
And if I did join this revolution of yours, they would, what, welcome me with open arms?
Probably not. She might have to face consequences for what she's done. But it is better than staying here, dying little by little. She closes her eyes, posture sacks further.
I'll think about it. How would I leave? Where would I even go?
Good point. Ironically, server might be your best option there. You have no idea how you can explain that to them. Or to Marty. As if summoned by thought, a loud beeping comes from somewhere in the room. Jerry lifts her eyes to the ceiling.
I suppose it's that time. Stay here. I'll return momentarily.
She stands from the automaton and turns to go, but hesitates a few steps toward the door.
Thank you for today. It was nice while it lasted.
Well, that was ominous. You wait to make sure she's gone before you realize. The computer! You rush back and hop yourself into the office chair, spinning accidentally before you stop yourself with your foot. You grab the mouse and wiggle it with all you can muster. Drat! Password protected, but it's locked automatically. You rack your brain for a moment, but there's no time. It isn't worth the risk when you stop to find Marty. So, let's see here. Do you think you're making changes? Okay, so... If you don't hear from me, well, keep a real great spot put spinning around. Huh? Lol. No, are you leaving? No idea. No idea what's up, but I always liked your streams. Hope you're always moving on for its best of you. Good riddance. You're getting back to Moisture Wave. You regularly tear yourself back to be seen rushing near your exit, landing back in the halls. Shit, you gotta be careful not to get lost this time. As you look around for any sign, Marcy, you rush to formulate a plan. What's the fastest way for the two of you to get out of here? You're looking for stairs, elevator, anything. As you stop clanging noise from somewhere above you, when you look and see another air grates near the ceiling, shake and buckle before launch off the wall by an impact from a rust-soiled infantry boost. She sinks herself down out of the vent, blood seeping out of her stitches into her tank. A few new bruises and scrapes her arms and chin, and still she has a shotgun slung around her back. You immediately lunge forward and wrap your little arms around where you can reach, which is, in your case, is about level with her hips. She's made it. You were so worried.
I'm harder to kill than that. Come on. We shouldn't stay here.
You agree. The two of you have got to get out of here as soon as possible. You'll help her find an exit.
No, I'm not leaving without those coordinates.
You get it, but it's far too dangerous. You explained you were just in Ardrea's office, and you saw that enough to know you shouldn't have ever let her come here. The two of you need to get out of here now.
Her office? Take me there.
No, you're just saying.
I know. But I've come too far to give up now. Please. I get it. But I'm asking for your help.
Okay, you can't refuse such a blatant demonstration of character development. Take Marty's hand and the two of you rush back to her office. Marty takes in your surroundings, and for a moment it makes you realize how on-brain space really is. It must be leaving an impression. No time for that, though. You two land in front of the computer where you explain to Marty that the machine is locked by a password. She tries a few things quickly, but to no avail, swearing faintly under her breath.
It's no good. Any idea what the password might be?
No, wait. Actually, it's entirely possible you might have some idea. Okay, password. I remembered learning about this before. Let me quickly just go to settings, just so that way I can remember looking this up before. What was it? Okay. Let's see here. See. Okay, so yeah, it is disgusting, either typing in her quirk or not. It won't change anything major, just a couple of lines of dialogues. No, okay. Behind you hear click-clack of a poach of heels on the shiny floor. Gosh darn it.
I see you've brought more friends. How delightful.
You spin around and put your hands up. Ardrea walks toward the two of you. Marty asks fast and grabs a shotgun, slinging it back up, bring to the level of Ardrea's chest. Ardrea stops. There's a moment of panic before she settles with an intense
This
voice.
is your friend.
You tell Ardrea to stop, and it doesn't look like it. That doesn't have to go like this.
I'm afraid she's made a terrible mistake.
Another step, only a foot away from the end of the barrel. Your body shakes like a leaf, and sweat drips from Marty's brow.
Don't ever hesitate.
You feel your arms begin to move. You reach into your pockets for the laser pistol. You panic surges as you feel a little grip settle around the handle. Fingers on the trigger. Marty watches in horror as you pull the gun from your hoodie and raise the gun to your own temple. Marty backs away, and her eyes staring between the two.
Now, let's drop that weapon.
Marty, the look on her face breaks your heart. Frustration, rage, and sorrow finally defeat.
Damn it!
Marty lowers her arms, dropping the shotgun. Her hands come up forth a moment later. Ardrea steps forward and slides the weapon away with a sweep of her foot. You're helpless to watch as she backs Marty toward the restraints in the corner of the room.
If it's any consolation, I feel for you.
Ardrea pushes her down into the seat. Marty allows herself to be strapped in, while you're stuck there holding yourself hostage. This is all going so wrong, made worse by the fact Marty looks at you with regret, like this is her fault, the gut that guts you to your core. Ardrea pauses to pick up a scalpel from the assortment of diabolical tools on the wall. chest sees up.
I almost wanted to see you win. What a lovely surprise that would have been. I'm sure the audience would have been thrilled.
Audience, you can see the screens that the room is being broadcasted. A live chat races by, too fast for you to read. Drea hovers the scalpel against Marcy's neck. She cranes up her way, gritting her teeth.
Ah, fuck!
You think as loudly as possible, pleading for Drea to stop. What about what you told before? There's another way.
Shh. You couldn't even beat me. How do you imagine you'd fare against my superior? How heartbreaking. How truly heartbreaking. You've no idea how much you've let me down. I simply must repay you.
As Adrea brings the scalpel down into Mercy's thigh, your whole body manages to flinch even through the mind control. This is too horrible. It's like a nightmare. You can't. There has to be something you do. Think.
There's nothing! No one can help you! I'll prove it to you once and for all that your pathetic little revolution is nothing but a pathetic wiggler's dream.
As Adrea lifts the blade, the lights suddenly cut out. You freeze. One by one has come to life along the back wall. It's Sarah!
What's up? Can't stop the signal, baby.
You! How sad. You've gone through all the trouble of breaking into my feed just to watch your friend die. You've never accomplished anything in your short, pathetic life.
You know what? You're right.
I didn't let it finish. And today you're amount to nothing for the last time.
I admit it. I've been wasting my time down here. Putting my headphones on and blocking out the world. Shit's sad. My content isn't enough to stop the Empire. Which is why I bugged the alien before they left my hive.
You! Ah!
That's right. I've been broadcasting from their mic for the past hour. Whole planet heard every last word. You are in so much fucking trouble.
No, you've ruined everything!
The feed cuts again, and this time all the screens turn a bright, overwhelming light. Adrea looks angry before terror overcomes her now. She backs away from the screens. The silhouette of the figure you don't recognize flickers into view. Immediately, a sinking feeling hits your stomach.
I have to express my disappointment, Captain Carmilla. The Empire had great hopes of you. It will be inconvenient to find your replacement.
High Imperator,
Silence! You've lost your right to speak. I don't need to hear from dead worms. I've alerted the guards. They will be with you shortly. But don't worry. Talent like yours won't go to waste. We'll plan a grand finale for your show.
The feed cuts. Adrea buckles, winded by the realization of what's happening. You feel a concentration shatter and the hold of your mind releasing in an instant. She turns to the two of you, wild, uncomposed.
I'll punish you.
You think fast. This might be one chance where you can use to create a distraction. You take the laser pistol and crack it to the highest setting before locking the barrel shut. Pull the trigger until the click sound charging stay above your head and Council see you now. You see the familiar white void before you, but the woman in front of you is different than before. Okay? That time it had to be on purpose. What gives? What gives? She and whoever the ones jerking you around on this weird adventure without any clue what really is going on. Where did she get off asking what gives? She's okay. But can you just talk for a second without this punk? I don't want to put words in your mouth. Huh? You have the right mind. You have the right mind to hunt, and they don't have the right mind after all. In fact, you feel like not talking for a while. You're going to sit there quietly and just let this nice lady have a conversation with whoever you're talking to. Sorry about that. Protagonist, am I right? Always thinking everything's about them. Who is she actually? Right now, the girl reading this. Or maybe that's a joke. That wasn't a very good answer. My sincerest apologies. Why are you here? By accident? Oops. Would you like to leave? No, I'm curious. Right then. My turn. I have a question. Don't you have doubts about all this? More and more human communications move into monetization environments, platforms that don't belong to us. They want to sell you what you're missing. I want to tell you that they don't have the power and never will. There will never be a revolutionary content. Messages become mediums. Everything here is a past hope. We're in the belly of the Ouroboros. Or maybe that's just empty pessimism? Isn't it pathetic to ignore all our other options? Are we supposed to dream? Are we determined to change? Maybe you'll know. Distraction. Come in a moment. The room is dark besides the occasional severed wires and small flames licking across the ground. Cough out some dust and heave yourself back to your feet. The first thing you do is race over to Marcy, unbuckling her restraints. She seems to be unharmed by the explosion, staggering upright and gripping your shoulders for support. You give her the apologetic look. She could have been hurt.
Don't. It was a good idea.
As the two of you move from your chair, you aspire to dragging yourself out from under a collapsed console. She stands and says with a glare upon her, turning his boys in her throat. Marty pushes you aside and lunges. The two collide into a contest of shovels.
Oh, wait!
She's cut off by a solid punch to her jaw. Recoiling, you see her dig into the ropes or a small black dagger. Marcy barely leans out of the way in time for the blade to just catch her cheek. She puts her hand up against the wound and becomes away from you. The fight resumes and you scramble on trying to find the
You don't understand what they do to me. The Sea Dwellers. The Subjugulators.
You're afraid of clowns? That's fucking pathetic.
You find it. Remembering the hostage situation before, you check the shelves. The shotgun's empty. It's been there this whole time. Marcy was bluffing. You don't know whether to be relieved or increasingly dead.
The High Bloods would never let me go. They'll come for you too.
Everyone's a high blood to me.
Terry makes another swipe at the red gash into Marcy's arm. As the dagger connects, she grabs Jerry's wrist, trying to wrench the knife away. They trip on rubble and go down. The fight is quick, messy, ugly. Marcy's winning. Her eyes are wide and red. The sound of two solid punches ring through the room. She wrenches back around for a third. Jerry catches her gaze. She shows out the hands reaching for you.
Help me! Please!
Marcy picks up the knife from the floor and Andrea grabs at her. The two of them struggle. Stop. Marcy, stop. She does, barely, and you see the arm shake in the air as they rip free of Andrea's grip. The dagger hangs, suspended by a mere thread of restraint.
Why? Why shouldn't I? After what she's done?
The Empire will kill her anyways. Doesn't matter, the guard's on their way, the Empire. Gosh, darn it! Marcy's lifted her gloved hand to the fit of palm, and Marcy's cheek. It almost stays there for a moment. The look on her face is almost... Her arms drop, her eyes go blank, and Maria Karma is dead. Gosh darn it. I'm gonna have to just... reload. Gosh darn it. It's great, but I'm going to have to reload.
Actually...
Okay, save. Actually, let's clear canvas, move that over. Gotta have to redo this. Because I don't want Andreas to, as much as I don't like her, I don't want her to die. So I'm gonna have to bear with me for a bit. Size bigger. And bring that back over. One size bigger. There you go. Eat the bubble. Bring that over. Flip it, decrease the size. One more size. No, one size bigger. Then I'll bring her. No, I can chill. Can I? No, okay, fine. I'm just gonna move that over. Just this face there. Yeah, just this face. Move it over.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, you're good.
Very well.
Blah 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 blah. She should fight back. Blah 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 blah. Just disgusting. Bingo, you're in. Marty takes over, navigating to find some sort of elaborate spreadsheet, and you don't understand. She finds what she guesses her coordinates and quickly takes a snapshot with her palm.
Yes! Alright. Let's get out of here.
Going so soon? I see you've brought...
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Good answer, by accident. I'm curious, blah, 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 blah. Try again. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, wait!
Blah, blah, blah. Stop. She doesn't have to die. You won't say it's what she deserves, but she doesn't have to die. You can take Audrey away from here and make sure she never hurts anyone again. Marty doesn't have to do it, it's over. The knife stays suspended for 1 moment, 2 before Marty's posture slumps, her arms spiraling to her sides. Finally let herself take a breath. She tosses the knife away. It skitters from under the desk somewhere, and all in the room goes quiet for the crackling of the flames, and all you have is gasping for air. It's done. He lived. You'll get Marty, and it's hard for her to your feet. She weakly slumps against you, though it's hard for her to put the weight against someone so small. Andrea sits cautiously, spits out a mouthful of blue blood. She gives you a look that says it all. Now what? And Gru's chirping sound comes from your pocket. Take out your palm husk. Cerberus is calling.
Holy shit, I'm so fucking glad you're alive. The signal cut out and I saw an explosion. I'm on my way. Hang tight, okay?
You promise to hang tight, though you still agree to just about anything right now, though. You're still catching up to what happened. And obviously this is... In a few short moments, they come through the door of the office, taking sight of the chaos and destruction.
Holy shit.
Cerberus, how did you get up here so quickly?
Stairs. You weren't watching the stream? Masty killed, all the guards.
Okay, fair, yes. You help transfer Marty to Cervera. They sling on one of her arms over their shoulders. It's when Cervera notices your scrutiny of her intensely with one green eye, looking occasionally to you for a confirmation. Try and make the face that says, "Please somehow believe that I have this under control."
Wow, okay. You sure this part of the plan, little dude?
Yes, it's a lot. You know you're asking a huge favor, but you can tell them the details later. We're not on standing on top of an Imperial Tower with the reinforcements on the way.
You're lucky I love you so goddamn much. Fine, let's, oh, shit.
What's the problem? Didn't you tell me there's something else you forgot?
We can't leave. Soldiers will be at the foot of the building by the time we get down there.
She's right. We're trapped.
No, you're not.
The three of you turn to Andrea. She shrinks a little.
You're not. I can help. My helicopter.
Helicopter?
My whirlwind. Upstairs.
It'll do. Come on.
Wait, you got anything you need to do before we go? Because we are, never ever coming back here, Lumpfel.
So you rack your brain for a moment. Nope, let's below the stump. When you get to the roof, the faintest hints of daylight are threatening to the edge of the sky. Time flies when you're under mortal peril. When you want to feel relieved, even though you know Artarian's son will kill you. For the first time since you've started this adventure, you're suddenly overcome with ferocious homesickness for Earth. Soon, you tell yourself. Hopefully soon. Andrea's helicopter waits on the center of the platform. As you approach, Marty shrugs herself off to Cerberus' support and walks away.
Hey, pilot, where you off to?
I can fly it. Just give me a minute. I need to be alone.
Okay. Don't take too long. We gotta get moving.
Marty goes to the edge of the platform and sits down. Watch her for a while, and then turn to the rest of your friends. Andrea looks like she's in a fog, but she glances between you and Cerberus as if picking up some sort of psychic channel you're not privy to.
I'll give you two some space.
That just leaves you and Cervera. They have conflicted, dour look on their face. Is that a problem?
Yeah, me. All that time I thought I was helping, and the Empire was using me to spy on my friends. It's almost poetic. Took out my own eye to not get used. And turned into the Empire's little toy anyway. Thought I was willing to do anything to avoid that. But really? What I wanted most of all was not to have to change. That's why I took it for granted I was doing the right thing here.
Cervera, it's not their fault. They didn't know.
It's my fault I didn't know. I could have been more diligent, more careful. Wonder who's got the higher body count at the end of the day. Auditor or me?
Don't say that. They didn't mean to hurt anyone. They were trying to help, and that counts for something.
Does it really? Whether you're cruel or just stupid, dead is dead. Ardita hated the Empire and still killed people. Her intentions don't matter to me, so why should mine matter to you? I'm as dangerous as any high blood if I don't get my shit together. That's what I learned today. Marsty was right. Just because we're on the right side doesn't mean we're not accountable. Especially with Ardita. Got no idea how I'll be explaining that one to Malik.
Yeesh, don't mind you. You have a feeling this brunch is going to be a doozy. Sivra smiles politely as what must sound like to them insane ramblings. That's fine. You couldn't ask him for better, more tolerant friend to take your strange bullcrap in stride.
Let's just go. Maybe if I'm lucky, all the shit that happened today will make sense to me by daybreak.
Yeah, let's just... Wait, go where? Without the hideout? Aren't we sort of stranded out here?
Got in touch with the rebels and upgraded our status to Calamitous. Turns out we got lucky. There's someone who can swing by and grab us if we head out to the dunes.
Okay, phew. There's a plan. Somebody else's plan that you don't have to ignite or manage yourself. You just nearly collapse into sun relief when you get to leave.
You're telling me. I'm gonna miss my computer.
You could get a new one. Marty gets up and approaches the helicopter. Sivra gives you a nod and jogs over to check in with her. Wait for a draw to return to your side.
This is it, I suppose? I'll be handed to the rebels, who await my fate, whatever it may be.
You're not sure what to say. Circumstances being what they are, this is about the best you can offer.
Do I appear ungrateful? My apologies. Words can't express what I owe you. I couldn't have imagined this feeling.
Feeling? What feeling?
It feels... free.
She says nothing more. You don't really seem to have words either. The two of you head for the chopper. Sivra climbs in with Adria falling after them. Marty stays leaning against the slide open door, her arms folded and her expression stern. She seems a little more focused.
I don't understand. Why her? Do you just not care about any of the people she's killed?
Marcy, you're shy. She didn't mean to imply that.
I'm asking you because I want you to give me a reason. I'm tired, and I'm in a lot of pain. So make it a good one.
Taking responsibility. Try to explain that with your powers you can control people's fates. You know that's sound, but you have the option. You also have the obligation to make things right for all the people you've set on their path to begin with. Taking responsibility for the impact on this world, including Andrea. Respect however much he feels about it, and you would never ask her to approve of it. But this is something you had to do because of who you are. You accept the consequences. Marty looks away, scoffing under her breath. Her eyes are wet.
You're just like all the others. A few hundred dead lowbloods doesn't mean anything to you. I can't believe I thought we were friends.
Your spirit drops as Marty climbs into the helicopter. With a heavy heart, you follow. Sivra sits up next to her pilot chair. You sit in the back next to Andrea. She sits quietly, forming fists into the fabric of her skirts. The chopper barely to pick up speeds. Moments gravity lets you go. The helicopter pads start to drift into the distance below you. And ahead, the desert spreads for miles around. Soon, the tower and Bucker dunes look small. The morning rakes across them, casting long shadows toward the dying nights. Good riddance, you think. You settle for a long, awkward flight. You settle down somewhere in the desert, a fair distance from the tower. You're not exactly sure where all of the desert's kind of just blending together lately. You stumble out of the chopper, still feeling a little bit queasy. Not sure if that's from the flight or the general omnipresent horror, but it doesn't matter. What matters is you really, really need to barf.
Damn, you got a lot in you, huh?
That's a surprisingly accurate statement. You nod and wipe your mouth, glancing up at the others. Andrea is standing a little bit away from the others, shifting nervously as if Marty might decide to change your mind any minute now.
I'm not gonna fucking kill you.
Andrea smiles nervously.
Of course you won't.
What are we out here for anyway?
Remember that I'm officially endorsed the Beck Rogers loyalty. Interesting. Okay.
I got a little friend who can help us out. Schedule for a resupply and ship.
So does she include possibility of a friend getting everyone off the suit?
Exactly, little buddy. Timing's gotta be exact. Always ran near dawn, cause less chance of getting spotted.
You glance nervously at the horizon. It is definitely getting brighter. At least you can shout in the helicopter if you really need to. Server sighs and looks off to the side, the expression getting far away. Something wrong?
I guess, I don't know. Not used to feeling used, you know?
Do they mean how the Empire was using them to spy on everyone? Server nods.
Yeah, that shit's hard to process.
I kinda get what they mean. You're basically being used for some vague, ominous purposes by some vague, ominous people.
What'd you do?
Oh, you know, confronted the now absent personification of the fictional construct you live in and broke free to create your own universe.
Hot fucking damn.
It was getting great until you decided to step back into all this. You got yourself caught right back into the very thing you thought you got away from.
Shit's fucked.
Shit is indeed fucked. Sarah put their hand on your shoulder and smiles at you.
I gotta go find the higher ground and wait for my friend. You chill here.
Yeah, you think you can do that? Glance at Marty, who simply shrugs and turns her back, then looks over at Andrea, who's still shivering nervously in place. All of a sudden, her outfit looks a lot less intimidating and ominous and more just overdone, like she's trying so hard to be someone she isn't. For the briefest moment, you feel like you can see the wriggler that she's might have been, and shaking nervous with every expectation put on her. Might have just been wishful thinking on your part. It's not the first time you've looked at a bug-themed Cerulean and thought, I can fix her.
What's your problem exactly? You keep staring at me.
Although that might be true. You're just thinking is all. You don't want to say this out loud, but you have a very hard time imagining what the rebellion is going to do to someone who's been pretty shortly working to fuck them over. Drea nares all three of her eyes.
You realize I can tell exactly what you're thinking, right?
Crap.
Well, I'd imagine that they'll probably lock me up somewhere. I feel like the window for killing me in cold blood has
Passed. Yeah. She glances over to Marty, who's so very pointedly ignoring both of you, then out to the horizon. And then Andrea says, I suppose it isn't the worst thing. This is a lot more self-reflective than you expected it out of her.
After all, the alternative would be execution, or death at the hands of the Empire. The Imperator doesn't take kindly to failure, and I'm so fucking tired.
Yeah, okay, you're getting that sense. Tell Andrea that she needs to go check on server, which is mostly an excuse to get out of this very uncomfortable conversation. She looks at you and actually smiles.
Of course, my friend.
You walk over to where server is standing, pacing nervously. Is everything okay?
Yeah, just waiting on my contact. He's running late and...
Server gestured to the sky. Yeah, it's getting a little uncomfortably warm, isn't it?
Yeah. Also, I've got a favor to ask you.
Oh, sure. At this point, you feel like they're probably owed a favor too. Server smiles nervously.
Yeah, well, when you see my contact, can you not bring up the thing?
Wait, what? The thing? What is that? What are they talking about?
Look, just trust me, okay? You'll know what I mean. And if you don't remember, don't worry about it.
Hey! Hey!
CVD. Your ears pick up. You know that voice anywhere.
Oh god, I'm so sorry, you two. Things got a little crazy down on the ground. Base is on high alert. What happened down there?
Long story. It's so good to see him, though. But he's looking really different now. CBD smiles at you.
It's been a while. I had to make a few changes.
Yeah, he's just like Han Solo's now. CBD squints and makes a face.
I have no idea who that is.
You know what? It's not on point. Does he have a ship? Preferably one where the sun isn't starting to shine directly on you?
Oh, of course I do. Let's go.
Don't mention the crush. Don't mention the crush. CBD leads you down the hill and over to the ship, which looks really suspiciously similar to the Millennium Falcon. Is he really not doing this on purpose?
I told you, I have no idea who or what any of that is.
Okay, never mind about any of that. Severa drops into the sea that you swear should have some holographic chess thing in front of it, but it doesn't.
Chess? You have that back on your planet? Is it also one of the most violent sports ever invented?
No? You think that maybe chess on a turn is something very different than what you're thinking of. CBD shrugs and heads toward the cockpit of the ship. Adria takes a seat nearby while Marty tries to find a spot furthest away from her. You'd prefer not to have to deal with any of this right now, so you follow ZBD back to the cockpit. ZBD is already making pre-flight checks when he notices you hanging out on the door to the cockpit.
Hey! Good to see you again. Have a seat. You can fly up here with me.
Wait, really?
Of course! Remember that time we stole a scuttle buggy?
You do remember that. Not your finest moment, but he didn't really do anything more of an accomplishment after the fact. ZBD ignores you completely.
Well, that got me to thinking. I always did whatever anyone told me. I was always the first one to jump to what the Empire wanted. Even in the media I consumed. Very uncritically, I might add. But then I started poking around on the web. I found all these rebels talking about changing things for the better. So I thought maybe I could feel that thrill I felt as a criminal.
Accomplishment after the fact.
And maybe I could help people too. So I got in touch with some people I met online and started going to meetings. And then I found out that the rebels don't have that many pilots, on account of most of them get sent off-world.
You decided to learn to fly? Zibide nods excitedly.
Exactly! You so get me! So, where are you going?
You know, with everything that's been happening since you got back, you have almost lost the thread on that entirely. You need to get back to Eternia, that's for sure. You're trying to get to the Jade Caverns, if you knows where that is.
Not exactly. I mean, kind of, but...
Oh.
But I do know about a cave with a jade blood in it. At least generally where it is. At least. I can take you.
Yeah, maybe not perfect, but good enough for government work. Zibide laughs at you and you can see much of his old easygoing self is still there.
What does that even mean?
You know what? You have no idea. A place for everyone? They became what they beheld. Are seeing this out to the very end. See my progress so far. Story needs a gallery. Yeah. Question mark. So yeah. Already up to volume 4. Chose to Revolution Development, which is another cog in the machine. Return to the main menu. And with that, I hope you guys have a good day, night, week, month of your lives. And may the stars forever guide your path wherever they might lead you into the future. Goodbye, everybody.